Hi, I'm Guro Larry. This is Coach Brandon. We're here at Marshall Way Legacy in Austin, Texas. And we're going to talk about the fishy arm, right? So Coach Brandon's going to be down. I'm going to take side control position. We can be in kind of what we call like a old school box side control. So it's like elbows and knees trying to lock them in. You could also be in the cross face head hook position and or underhook position here of the arm, right? But either way, this arm, it gets out somehow. It's not in a safe reference point. It's not in a good place to be. And so we need to do the fishy arm in order to get back to one of these 5 reference points, all right? So all of a sudden I want to attack the arm because I see that it's out, and Coach Brandon starts to just flop it around like it's a fish out of water, okay? One of the easiest ones to think about getting back to is going to be the prayer position. He immediately tries to get both his hands in. This is much harder for me to deal with because the arm's not out. It's in a much safer location. He's able to protect his face, cover up, cover his neck, and do everything else so that I have to work, okay? All right, so secondary option, fishy arms rocking and rolling. He can go to a frame up position, boom, which he frames up on my neck here and my hip here so he can start to do the shrimp or the hip escape, okay? That's reference number 2, right? Again, he frames up on my neck and my hip, boom. There he goes into the position, he can start to move, all right? Our third reference point on this one, as he starts to move, maybe he thinks I'm going to position and try to get up and hit or change positions. So he kind of bear hugs my body in to hold me down, right? Okay, so again, for number 3, he's moving the arm around. I'm trying to get it, right? He senses that maybe I'm going to get up or change positions or hit him, and he immediately locks me down, okay? Number 4, we're going to go to the overhook. So while he's fishy arming here, what he does is he tries to go over my arm to kind of slow me down and to also hide his wrist. A lot of the arm attacks are going to require the wrist grip. I need to be able to grab the wrist with this hand or this hand, so he immediately hides that over by his belly button, forcing me to slow down and keeping him safe, okay? So one more time on that one. Number 4, I'm sitting there trying to get it, and he overhooks my arm, and he hides that hand or that wrist so that I can't grab it as easy, okay? That takes us to number 5, one of my personal favorites. I think that it leads to escapes very quickly. I'm trying to get to the fishy arm, and what he does, boom, he goes into the underhook position this time. So you remember last time he was over my arm, now he's under my arm and into my armpit. Once again, hiding the wrist, but also displacing my weight, okay? So fishy arm, he's shooting for the underhook, boom, and he's automatically in. That's helping him rotate to his side, okay? So a very quick recap. Fishy arm is the main theme here. I'm trying to get him. He gets his hands in nice and safe, gets into the prayer position. He can stay covered up if I'm hitting. It's harder for me to get a hold of his arm and move it away from his entire body, okay? All right, back to the fishy arm here. Number 2, he's gonna frame up, right? Boom. He frames up on my hip and on my neck, creating that wedge right here. That immediately starts to help him get to the escape, okay? Number 3, he's moving it around. He senses maybe I'm gonna kind of start to get up. He locks my body down so I can't change positions or hit him as easy, okay? Number 4, he's moving the line around, right? He senses and I'm going for the arm and immediately overhooks, slowing my positioning down and also hiding his wrist so I cannot attack, all right? And number 5, he's moving it around and he goes immediately, boom, into the underhook position. Look how he's already displacing my weight, maybe able to escape, take my back or whatever else it might be, okay? So that's gonna be taking the fishy arm and going to 5 different reference points to be able to help you escape or stay safe in that position from those locks.